Before you panic, just hold on a second. I just want to see something. Literally. Yes, I do have a Cricut Explore Air in front of me and a Cricut heat press, a Cricut Easy Press too. I'm trying to get the terminology together because you all know that I am such a Team Silhouette person. Oh my gosh. The only reason why I'm doing this is because I have to understand both platforms. And in order for me to teach you better, I've got to learn how to use these machines. I am an old school, original Cricut cartridge person, and that's where this comes from. And it was when Cricut had the cartridges. I think it was a Cricut Expression over 5, 6, 10 years ago. I don't remember how long ago it was. I bought it with the cartridges. And the reason I never really got into the Cricut then was because I could not hook it up to a computer. And so I never did give the Cricut any other opportunity to impress me or anything like that. The reason why I've fallen in love with the Silhouette is because Silhouette is more for graphic designers and people who have more of a designer's background. This is no disrespect or any shade to people who use the Cricut, but it has a higher learning curve, meaning you have to understand graphic terminology like compound paths and inline text and things of that nature, where Cricut allows you to use their web-based software. I don't really like a web-based software. I am more into owning my own software. And so that's the advantage that Silhouette offers to me. But I do want to see what the cutter is like because I've heard great things about the cutter. Am I still going to be Team Silhouette? Absolutely. If this cutter works, will I be able to use the cutter? Absolutely. But I want to be able to see which one works better because for what I do, I need to be able to go from Adobe Illustrator to Silhouette Connect to my cutter. This does not have the option. It's my disclaimer before I even get started on this video. I am still Team Silhouette. Don't be alarmed. Don't be afraid. The new year did not blow my brain and I don't understand what's going on. I'm fully aware and cognitive of what's going on. I just want to try and see a little something. So stay tuned. So now that I've given you my disclaimer, let's get into this box, okay? I'm going to do two things. I'm going to show you in two separate videos probably. I'm going to open up the Cricut Explore Air and unbox that and show you what that looks like. And I'm going to go into the Easy Press 2. I do have a heat press. I do have a huge heat press that's a 5-in-1 heat press that I have upstairs at my other craft room, which is more of my design station where we do more of the t-shirt branding and things. That's upstairs in that room because that baby is huge. So that one has the plate press, the cup mug press, 2 plate presses, and then it has the 12x12 actual flat one. But I do have my mini heat press behind me, and I have this one. I opted not to get the mini one because that kind of was too small for what I'm working with, but I do want to go ahead and show you that today. So I'm going to do this in another video. So I'm going to put this to the side for now. And let's work on this. So this is the Cricut Explore Air 2. So I purchased my Explore Air 2 from Michaels. And when I purchased mine at Michaels, I did get a good deal on it. And they gave me this little coupon book. The coupon book to me is kind of cute and funny because they give you over $200 worth of savings, but it's based on per month. So I cannot get my first offering until February of 2020. Now, Silhouette does not do this. This is cute. That's really cute. And what they did was they also gave me this little cute Cricut. My grandbaby loves this, so this is a toy I'm going to give my grandbaby. Silhouette does not do that. So if you're into toys, trinkets, and goodies, this is absolutely cute. I'm sure people kind of collect these kind of things. It's the silver, platinum, gold Cricut, and it's really cute. So this is going to be for my grandbaby. But let me open this up. Now, the basic Cricut they give you is one that is primarily for paper crafters, okay? So they give you everything you need to start as a paper crafter. This is not something that's ready for a vinyl cutter kind of person. This is a basic crafter device. So if you want to get those other ones, I'm going to show you what you need to buy to be able to do vinyl instantly, because this box is not that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up. Now this box is heavy. I already know that it's heavier than the Silhouette Cameo, which to me doesn't really mean it's a better machine. It just means that this baby is heavier. So they give me a blue mat, which is a light grip mat. And if you do not know about the mats, I never use a Silhouette mat. I always use a Cricut mat. So I'm a lover of the Cricut mat instantly. Now, one thing I like about the mats is I'm able to clean this mat. And I do have a video where I did spend some time cleaning all of my mats. It took me roughly an hour because I had maybe like 10, 15 mats and I actually cleaned them. And I did a comparison between the two types of mats, the mats that have the decor on them and then the solid mats that are like these. And you have to watch my video, and I put a link in the bottom for that, but you have to watch my video to see which mats I like the best. And let's open up the box. So instantly I realized it's heavy. It's very heavy. In the bottom of the box there, it comes with a couple things. Oh, and my box is missing a pen, so I've got to call them back because most of the boxes come with a pen. I don't have a pen in mine, so I'm going to have to instantly call them back and let them know that my box is missing something. So to my understanding, that this is supposed to be faster than the one. I don't have the one, so I don't know how fast it really is, but we'll try that out in a second. So I'm going to put this box to the side, and then I'm going to take the other piece off over here and drop that down there. It comes with a power cord and it comes with its own USB, which is kind of great because USB cords can be kind of expensive. And I'm going to unpackage it. Now this is not really a comparison between whether I'm going to like the Silhouette or the Cameo. I do like the fact that this comes in a black. That's something that I love because it's going to match with my room. I originally had the coral color. I took that back because it did not go with my brand. And I'm going to get rid of all that packaging. I'll get rid of this one. And I'm not a person that is really tolerant when it comes to unpackaging stuff. I'm a person that kind of rips everything apart. That's who I am to my core. Here's what it looks like. And there it is, it opens. Ta-da! Now that's different from the Cameo that I have because you have to lift it up. It's really pretty inside. It says it's Smart Cut 2, which is really pretty. I am going to put my logo here. And it does tell you to take out the packaging, which is this. And I think that is it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to explain to you a few things about this device before we really get started and start working with it. This, as I said, is a paper crafting automatic device. Instantly, it's not for vinyl because you're going to have to do a couple more things. So as I'm opening up the packaging, I'm going to tell you why they send you only enough to do paper crafting. You have a Get Started booklet, which tells you unleash your beauty, let's get connected, let's make a little something, and then bookmark this page. So that's really cute. I love the branding on that. They did go and do some silver foil. Haha, that's really nice. And I believe, yeah, I'm missing my pen. And it talks about the different types of things that you can do. One thing I like about this is you can use your iPad. They actually have an app where you can do the iPad and do it. You don't have to actually have a computer. And then they give you a few things. They give you some white canvas type cardstock, some blue and some black. And that's for you to do an instant, start doing a paper crafting. Notice it's paper crafting. They're not giving you anything to do any type of vinyl. The pen, which I'm not really going to use because I have full printers in here, I'm not really going to use it as a writing device, but I am going to do some tutorials where I'll show you how to use that. And of course the plug. But what I'm going to show, if you are using this and want to use this for a cutting device for vinyl, here's what you're going to need. Now there are several types of vinyl that you can use when you're working with your Silhouette machine or your Cricut machine. There's actually heat transfer. Heat transfer vinyl stands for, is HTV, which is heat transfer. That's actually what you actually heat up and you transfer it to garments and things like that, or mugs and stuff. Now you have to use a heat press or a heating mechanism to actually adhere it to the product that you're trying to use. Most of the vinyls that you actually apply on things like your walls and things, those you would need a 641 because that's removable. I prefer to use the permanent one, which is 651. Normally they have a white backing and you just pull it off like such. Let's see if it'll do it. You need a tool to use to pull it off. Let's see if I can do this without actually damaging the vinyl. And you pull it off the back end like such. That's let you know that this is actually sticky, and this is actually something that you apply to mugs like this, or apply to coasters like this. That is actually regular vinyl. That is not heat transfer vinyl that I'm using it for. Heat transfer vinyl really is the one that applies to your garment. Those do not have a sticky back. They are, you can kind of tell the difference between those. They kind of have a shine because there's a plastic carrier on it. That's where you actually apply it. It's not sticky. You can get those in various formats. When it comes to me using vinyl, I use two types of vinyl. HTV from a brand that's called Siser, or some people call it Siser. This is the heat transfer vinyl that I use, and there's an array of colors. There's glitters, there's flats, there's mattes, there's gloss, all kinds, as well as 651 or 641 in the Oracal brand. Oracal brand is the one that actually goes on transfer mechanism. This is actually a cut and stick type of thing where you cut it, you weed it, and you place it where you need to go. The HTV is the one that you're actually going to need the heat for. And I do a video for that to explain the process of doing both of those later. So now we're going to go into, you have your Cricut machine, you have bought your silhouette machine. What do you need now to do vinyl? The original packaging, again, comes with paper crafting. You're going to need the following. You're going to need a ruler because you want to measure your items. Don't automatically assume that you can eyeball it. Take the time to measure your items to know exactly what size you want your cutting material to be. That's number one. You're going to need a pair of scissors or some type of a cutting device. Scissors, you can buy the Silhouette starter pack, or you can just go and get something that you have in your house. I'm not going to buy the starter pack because I have the original starter pack when I had the cartridges. So I've made that investment years ago. I'm not making an investment anymore. So a good pair of scissors. You don't have to have ribbon scissors, just a good pair of scissors. And a spatula. The spatula is used sometimes when I can't get an item off of my mat. I'll kind of slide up underneath it and pick it up. I did a mirror seating chart just recently where I had a couple letters that were wrong, and I basically was able to use my spatula and place them where they need to be on it. So this is a must. It's a good tool. You're going to need an X-Acto knife, or you need one that has a square tip. Either one, it works because you're going to have to sometimes cut some things out. So X-Acto knife. There are several types of weeding tools. You can do this type of weeding tool. I prefer to use an awl. And it's more like an ice pick, but it has a nice little point to it. I don't know if you guys can see that point. It has a point to it, but this is what I love to weed with. And you're gonna need a scraper. I actually am just showing you this particular scraper. This is not the scraper I use. And you have to be mindful. Some of these scrapers, if you use them over time, become rather jagged and cut your materials. So you kind of want to get a scraper that is kind of soft on the side, but still able to give you some force. And of course, you're going to need some type of heating device, which I have the Easy Press. I have an actual heat press that's behind me. So with these things, this is what you're going to be able to do the rest of it. The original Cricut comes with cutting items for paper. If you want to do vinyl, you're going to have to go out and buy more things. You're going to have to buy vinyl. You're going to have to buy accessories, a weeding tool, scissors, and most importantly, if you're going to do it, you're going to have transfer paper. Now, when it comes to transfer paper, there's several types of transfer paper. There's actually transfer paper that looks like this. It has like a masking tape type of feel on the outside, on the inside, and the back side of it has lines for grid. I use that sometimes. Or you can do the big size, the big rolls, that's more of a masking tape size. Like if I'm going to do a water applying design, I'm going to use this type of transfer tape. Use contact paper. I've never been successful with contact paper, but I do have contact paper. So I'm going to be able to show you using the Cricut Air 2 how to do various things. And I'm going to do a project on my Silhouette machine and on the Cricut to see which one works out better. So stay tuned and thank you for joining me. Again, I have not abandoned Team Silhouette. No, I'm just want to see a little something, something. Thank you for watching.